If you're lucky enough to have the Bargman 84 series taillights on your RV, you might be able to upgrade those from incandescent to LEDs. And here's the LED replacement. And if you take one out of the package, they look like this. And it's kind of cool because they're a sealed unit, and they just replaced the bulb here. So you basically remove the bulb out of your old taillights and then just plug this in and you're good to go. Now the one difference between these and just buying some LED lights on your own, these are DOT certified. I don't know of any LEDs that you can put in your taillights and then automatically they become DOT certified. So this may be a safety issue, and since you can buy these like this, that's a pretty good idea. Now one issue anytime you replace taillights with LED versions is you may get what's called a fast blink. And what I mean by that is that the blinker light turns on and off really quickly. Usually you can fix that by having one of these. This is an electronic version of a flasher. You know, the flashers that are on vehicles these days, some of them anyway, that's 100-year-old technology. And funny thing is, these electronic ones, solid states, you know, that's like 60-year-old technology. And in fact, LEDs themselves are around 40-year-old technology, which is kind of surprising why it took so long for them to find their way into automotive taillights. So essentially, if you have the quick flash scenario, you just basically replace your flasher with one that will handle LEDs, an LED capable one. Now this may or may not fix your problem. It will fix it at least part way. It will fix the fast blinking, but the vehicles today are so sophisticated that you may have an issue with an ODB, onboard diagnostics, error saying that it's got a burned out light bulb, because even with a quick flasher, the LEDs take maybe 1/10 the energy that an incandescent light does, and it could very well think that your bulb is burnt out. So to alleviate that, you can buy a resistor kit, which is what I have here. This will fix the problem with the fast blinking, and it'll also fix the problem if you have an error code. And this is a 50-watt 6-ohm resistor, and basically what this does is this mimics the incandescent lights. So what you would want to do in that case is to wire these in parallel with your light fixtures when you're upgrading those to LEDs. What this basically does is it uses the same amount of current as an incandescent bulb would, and then when you swap the LED out and you put this in, it'll use the same amount of current or close enough. So you got to find a place to put these in a waterproof location, and these get hot, so you can't put them, say, behind here or anything like that, because it'll melt. So the thing to do is, if you buy one of these, is you can try it. If you have the fast blinking, try one of these. And if you have something like a scan gauge or whatever, see if you have an error code. And if you do, you may have to upgrade to a resistor kit. So we're going to unscrew 2 screws here that hold the bezel in place. Remove the light bulb, and then replace it with this LED version. Now the LED does stick out just a tad bit more, but you can replace this one and this one as well, because they do make the backup versions as well. Okay, so we're going to try this and see what happens. Okay, LED incandescent. Next we're going to replace this one and see if we have the dreaded fast blink that happens with some coaches. Okay, now we have the second one wired in, and we're going to see what it does when we put the turn signal on. So this particular coach, this is a 4D450. I don't have any issues with running completely on LEDs. I don't have either the fast blink, or I checked my scan gauge and I don't have a gauge error. So at least for my 2011 4D450, I'm fine. So now I'm going to buy 2 more LEDs for the other side, and I'm also going to buy a replacement for the clear lens here, so I can finally upgrade everything to LED. I don't know if you noticed, but it's interesting to see that the on-off response times of the LED is much quicker than for the incandescent bulb. It took the incandescent bulb longer to come to full brightness and longer to turn off.